I'm honored to introduce my own authorial self. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
The authorial self is my own higher creative self that which inspires me to write poetry. I would like to thank you very much for descending from the so-called collective unconsciousness, the spirit world, and coming here today. You see, it is more like coming down with an elevator from your higher mind and down to your heart. When I come to produce poetry, you inspire me to write my poems. In fact, you receive groups of acknowledgements from various sources. You receive from clouds of knowledge, from which you decide what to draw. So you are my authorial self, my creative self, which is also me.
Yes.
So what is the difference between you and me?
Well, you see, what is the difference between Gil who writes, Gil who runs, and Gil who likes to cook?
But Gil who runs and who cooks and who walks is things that I'm doing activity, whereas poetry is something that I am. I was born a poet.
It's an activity. You see, you were not born cooking, nor running. You are everything. Once you decide to do an activity, you limit the light in a way in which it becomes physicalized, whether it's poetry or cooking or anything else for that matter.
Why do you inspire me to write poetry?
It's your choice of what you want to be.
So I chose to be born a poet?
You choose to be a poet every single time you write a poem.
So the act of writing poetry is also the act of choosing being a poet? But I thought that I am a poet all the time, even when I'm not writing.
By choice.
And if I don't choose it, what am I?
Whatever you choose at that moment.
Why did I choose to be born a poet?
It's time to document your experiences and verbalize it. Everything you've gone through in previous lifetime has reached its melting pot and it's ready to be documented through verbalization.
So poets simply are at a position where they are ready to document themselves.
Self-observation and inquiry.
Why did you choose me to be the one that physicalizes your poetry?
Every being is a particular experience of that which is all. Now if I want to document that experience, why should I go to another being?
So you chose me, yourself, ourself, because you wanted to document the particular experience of my physical self.
Be careful.
What do you mean?
Some people might think you've got multiple personality. Degradation of personality.
So how do you inspire me?
I appear in your dreams. All you do is open a door to wider consciousness that prevails everything. You have to listen. That's all. Listen to trees, clouds, people, and the poetry will flow to you. Consciousness is in every possible form. Poetry gives manifestation to one aspect of this consciousness. It goes down to idea, to thought, down to awareness, to words, choice of words, till it extends itself to become a sentence. And then writing it down.
What about emotion?
Emotion has gradations in its own, and it evolves alongside this process. Every aspect of this process has evolution of appropriate emotion.
Is this process of writing poetry is linear process?
Not at all.
But producing poetry is linear, words after words after words.
That's the way that you can possibly understand it. Your mind logic is sequential, but your heart can work in other ways.
When you say heart, do you mean physically the heart, down here?
Emotional intelligence.
When do you inspire me to write poems?
In your most wakest moment.
When my eyes are closed?
When your heart opens. The first poem appears in your mind and you contemplate on the idea as to how to shape it into words, don't you?
No, I have emotion which flows directly into words.
When it appears in your mind, it's verbalized emotion.
Yes.
At first, you don't really give it a name.
No.
Just have a sense of it that requires self-reflection on what the sense means to you, which means you critically choosing which words to adjust to it, using your logic, intellect, experience in life. You need to translate that feeling into verbalized experience, make it accessible to others.
But this happened in the split of a second. You want to tell me that in the split of a second I get the inspiration which then transform into very highly charged emotion which is then undergoes self-reflexivity?
Do you want to tell me that you still wonder that time is fixed measurement created by God?
Time is not fixed measurement, time is relative.
So what is split of a second, if not eternity?
But relativity of time is if you are moving in speed of light. Are we really moving in speed of light?
To presume that you move in the speed of light is to presume that there is darkness and light is moving through it.
Yes.
But what happens in reality is that light is everywhere.
So how do you inspire me to write poetry? How this process works?
I send you a sense of a feeling.
Yes.
You grasp it, filter it through experience of this lifetime.
Yes.
Add to it the sense of logic, verbalize it, and you get the words.
How do you produce logic from emotion?
That's the beautiful capacity of your mind to make sense of everything, including emotion.
So without the sense, without the logic, there would be no poetry?
There would be watercolors.
Soft poetry.
Floating memories.
Floating memories.
Have you ever had that feeling when it's on the tip of your tongue, yet you cannot say it?
Yes.
That's it.
That's it what?
Floating memories. You only feel it, you sense it, you know it's there, and you can't say it. That's logic, looking for the sense of it. It has to put everything in boxes. Once it finds the right box, it immediately remembers.
Does logic find the right box, or does it cut out emotion to fit to shape?
It actually got already boxes, and everything you feel will be adjusted to this box. Poetry is the music of the banality. It's to elevate everyday life to the sacred. It's like turning on the light without choosing which way it will spread